Hey guys, welcome back and happy Friday. All right, guys, well, we're back today with a new episode of Hot Messy Podcast, but more importantly, we had our live for the Real Housewives of Miami and also our Jen Shaw sentencing and Lisa Rinna exit live on Hot Messy Podcast. So that's exclusively on YouTube. Go check that out. It's our first live on Hot Messy Podcast, and we're just excited. There's so much content coming for that. But in the meantime, we're talking about Lisa Vanderpump, who's throwing shade after Lisa Rinna's exit from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Plus, people are saying that she's promoting her own potential return, which is something that I want so bad. I mean, honestly, Lisa Rinna, leaving and Lisa Vanderpump returning, I think that would be the greatest thing ever. But I'm not the executives at Bravo, and I'm not in the casting department. So if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys. So we saw this last night, and everyone's going wild about it. But Lisa Vanderpump took to her own Twitter page on Thursday night, immediately after the announcement was made from Lisa Rinna in her exit from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Now, we were hearing that she made a mutual decision with Bravo to exit, but I'm not necessarily buying that. I feel like nobody walks away from this kind of money. And they're saying that it's over this $2 million contract war. Even if she requested 2 million and they said 1.5 million is better than nothing. So in your mind, please tell me who's going to walk away from that to go and promote your businesses, film with your family, film with your best friends, go on lavish vacations. Nobody. Before sharing a message about actress Jessica Chastain's call for her return to the show, which she made while appearing on Watch What Happens Live around the same time, Lisa Vanderpump seemingly threw shade at her former castmate with a witchy message. I mean, to be fair, no one offered LVP any grace. When her brother passed, when her mother passed, nobody offered her any grace. They were so awful to her. And I understand, like, you might think some people are maneuvering behind the scenes, but at the end of the day, this is a reality show. And when it comes down to it, when you're talking about someone losing loved ones, like especially more than one, and I watched because I was working at TomTom at the time. I watched when Lisa brought in her nephews after her brother passed away. I watched how she took them in. I watched how she made sure that they were okay. I watched how she was being the best aunt possible. Like, that was still her family. And then people had the audacity to attack her and say she never had a relationship with her family members anyways, which is simply not true. When Jason worked at Pump, I worked at TomTom. Her family came in. Not a lot, but they did come in, but they also lived all the way in a different country. So how much did you really expect them to come in? And for her, if she's tweeting out ding dong, which is a reference to ding dong, the witch is dead. I mean, to be in my eyes, Rinna did far worse to her. Although Vanderpump didn't name Lisa Rinna in her message, fans didn't hesitate to make assumptions, and quickly messages of agreement flooded in. However, rather than make any future potential statements about Lisa Rinna's exit from Beverly Hills, Vanderpump chose to respond to one of her critics who suggested it was she who was the witch. You'll never guess. Didn't the witch die back in season 9? The fan asked, giving a nod to Vanderpump's June 2019 departure from the series, which came after Lisa Rinna and others accused her of creating the infamous Puppygate. And this was a scandal that they were saying was used in order to promote her short-lived spinoff, Vanderpump Dogs, which premiered on Peacock years later. Didn't you say that already? Vanderpump clapped back. Do you understand there are a few housewives that you don't go after? Because unless you have it, like Kelly Dodd, Lisa Vanderpump, Bethany Frankel, Nene Leakes. Like, there are housewives that it's like, just save your tweets. Save them for yourself. Save yourself, because you're going to look silly. When it comes out, it's not going to play in your favor, and it's not worth it because they're going to eat you alive, and it's going to just take a line. Why? Why even do it? Also on Twitter, Lisa Vanderpump retweeted a message about Jessica Chastain wanting her back on the show. If you could bring back one former housewife of Beverly Hills to join next season's cast, who would it be and why? Jessica was asked on the January 5th episode of Watch What Happens Live after show, and this was by a fan. And after Andy Cohen who's obviously the host, noted that the inquiry is a timeless question. Okay. Timeless and timely. Jessica named Lisa Vanderpump. She was the best. I mean, I want to see her and Kyle back together again. Maybe you have to get rid of someone in order to bring her back. And that's exactly what they did. Thank you, Jessica Chastain. Let's get Lisa Vanderpump back on our screens. While Andy acknowledged that Jessica's comment about getting rid of someone was interesting, he admitted that when it comes to getting Vanderpump back on Beverly Hills, he's not so sure that's possible. After all, she said in the past that she's not interested. And she has multiple restaurants. She has multiple restaurants in Los Angeles, right there in West Hollywood. She has Sir, Tom Tom, and Pump. She also has Vanderpump Paris, and she has another one in Las Vegas. And she's the executive producer for Vanderpump Rules, and she gets paid to be on Vanderpump Rules. I don't know if she would want to come back, but I think it's just a fan's dream. And I'm not saying that this applies to everyone. I'm saying, in my eyes, that would be, if we're taking out Rinna, and we have Garcelle, Sutton, Kathy Hilton, Kyle Richards, Demote DeReet. We don't have Diana Jenkins. Who knows what's going on with Crystal and Eric, I guess. Bring in LVP, bring in Brandi Glanville. LVP, Brandi Glanville, we will have a smasher of a season 13. LVP is friends with Garcelle. Garcelle's best friends with Sutton. They'll obviously make that work. And then LVP is friends with Kathy Hilton. So I think that this would just be a shoo-in. I don't know that she would do it. That's what Andy Cohen said. And he's obviously right about this. Who knows if she would actually even commit to this? But seemingly unaware of Rinna's exit, Jessica pointed out that she believes Vanderpump might if it was the right group of people. And maybe she's right. We know that The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season 13 is expected to begin filming later this month in January. We've only had one confirmation. I'm pretty sure that Diana Jenkins is out. And then on top of that, Crystal Kung Minkoff, she's either going to be, I mean, in my mind, this is just conspiracy, but I would think that she would either be demoted or maybe she'll be back. It's going to be interesting because a lot of people did not expect this last minute decision for Lisa Rinna to be out in the first place. But I want to hear what your thoughts are. Would you want an LVP return and how do you feel about it? But more importantly, don't forget, we had 2 lives today. We had our Real Housewives of Miami recap, also our Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and Beverly Hills crossover with Lisa Rinna and Jen Shah. The sentencing was today, and that's over exclusively on Hot Messy Podcast YouTube channel. Make sure to go over there, smash the like button, get subscribed, because we have a lot of content coming that way in February, and we have a lot coming out in February with Vanderpump Rules and Real Housewives of New Jersey. So lots to talk about, lots to discuss. Go vote in the community poll. I love you guys so much, and we'll see you so very soon. Bye, guys.